You watch them every week as the perfect American family. But behind Ward Cleaver's gentle smile lay a tragedy that changed everything. In 1959, while millions admired him as television's ideal father, Hugh Beaumont's real family was driving from Minnesota to visit him in Hollywood when their car lost control. His mother-in-law died, his son was seriously injured, and the man playing America's most beloved dad could never fully enjoy the show that made him famous. This is just one of the shocking truths hidden behind Leave It to Beaver's wholesome facade. Number 10. Barbara Billingsley's pearl necklace wasn't about elegance. June Cleaver wore those pearls in every single scene for one embarrassing reason. Billingsley had a hollow in her neck that created an awkward shadow under the studio lights. The pearls were her tool to hide that flaw. The producers loved the look so much they made it mandatory. June wore pearls while cooking breakfast, cleaning house, even during casual kitchen conversations. They also forced her into high heels every day because her TV sons kept growing taller and the mother couldn't appear small next to them. Every detail of that perfect 1950s housewife was carefully calculated to hide something real. Number 9. Tony Dow almost chose the Olympics over acting. Before becoming Wally Cleaver, Tony Dow was a junior Olympics diving champion at age 9. He'd been training since age 5, setting records in his age group. Coaches were certain he could make the 1972 Olympic team. He spent his childhood at the pool perfecting spins and enduring painful water entries. His athletic physique and iron discipline made him a natural athlete. Then, his mother took him to an audition he wasn't interested in. Thanks to his bright face and natural demeanor, Dow landed the role that changed everything. The diving board gave way to the soundstage, and America gained its most beloved older brother. Number 8. The most expensive episode nearly bankrupted the show. In May 1961, the episode In the Soup cost nearly $50,000 when most episodes ran $30,000. Beaver climbs into a giant fake soup bowl on a billboard and gets stuck. The whole town goes into chaos. The fire department arrives. The crew had to build 2 complete billboards, one outdoors for wide shots, one giant replica on the soundstage for close-ups of Beaver struggling. This 1961 special effect put the production under severe financial strain. After In the Soup aired, producers had to economize drastically. They focused on ensemble episodes with minor characters and cheaper sets just to make up for that one soup billboard. Jerry Mathers later said this was the scene everyone asked about whenever the show was mentioned. Number 7. The actors were banned from watching their own show. While millions of Americans eagerly followed Leave It to Beaver every week, Tony Dow and Jerry Mathers weren't allowed to see themselves on screen. The producers instructed their parents to forbid them from watching. The reasoning was cold. They didn't want the kids to get big heads. They feared the spotlight would make them arrogant and lose the innocence that made their characters appealing. Tony Dow admitted that many years later, he still hadn't seen all the episodes he appeared in. The boys who created a cultural phenomenon were completely separated from it. They returned to school, played sports, and hung out with friends, never knowing what their idol looked like on television. Number 6. Jerry Mathers almost missed the role because of Boy Scouts. At just 5 years old, Jerry Mathers showed up to his Leave It to Beaver audition wearing a full Boy Scout uniform. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He had an actual troop meeting afterward and was eager for the audition to end quickly. His sincerity and lack of calculation struck the casting directors immediately. No one else could be Beaver but this boy, who just wanted to leave. Remarkably, before this audition, Mathers already had 7 film credits. He'd been modeling since age 2.5. While most children his age played outside, he was already a familiar face to audiences. But it was that Boy Scout uniform and his genuine desire to be somewhere else that sealed his fate as Beaver Cleaver. Number 5. A family tragedy haunted Ward Cleaver. In 1959, just as Leave It to Beaver entered its 3rd season, Hugh Beaumont received devastating news. His wife, son Hunter, and mother-in-law were traveling from Minnesota to visit him in Hollywood when their car crashed. His mother-in-law died. His son was seriously injured. The tragedy struck just as Beaumont's career was flourishing. All of America adored him as Ward Cleaver, the ideal father. Colleagues said he appeared on set with a gentle expression while his heart was heavy with loss. He worked in a detached manner, his spirit never escaping the shadow of the accident. For the audience, he symbolized the perfect American family. For him, each episode reminded him of the price he'd paid. Number 4. The first toilet on television caused a network panic. In October 1957, Leave It to Beaver quietly made history. In the episode, Captain Jack, Wally, and Beaver need to hide their pet alligator. Their solution stunned America. They chose the water tank of a toilet. CBS censors reacted with horror. ABC joined them. Initially, they strictly prohibited any toilet imagery, believing it would ruin the innocence of family television. Remember, in the 1950s, even mentioning a toilet was considered impolite. After tense negotiations, producers were allowed to film only the tank and flush handle. Those few seconds sparked a revolution. For the first time, American television dared to show an everyday object that society had quietly avoided for decades. Number 3. Hugh Beaumont secretly directed 23 episodes. The man playing Ward Cleaver was actually behind the camera for some of the show's most touching moments. Hugh Beaumont personally directed 23 episodes, including the iconic finale Family Scrapbook in 1963. Before his fame in Leave It to Beaver, Beaumont had experience writing scripts and producing short films and radio plays. He understood not just Ward Cleaver's character, but the entire rhythm of storytelling. Colleagues recalled Beaumont stepping behind the camera, adjusting every shot, showing child actors how to live authentically in their roles. He was both the perfect TV father and the hidden architect of many scenes that defined the series. Number 2. Jerry Weil was forced to wear ace bandages to hide her body. Jerry Weil played Judy Hensler for 31 episodes before suddenly disappearing. Decades later, she revealed the humiliating truth. Her body had begun developing during filming, and producers brought ace bandages to cover her breasts. She recalled one particularly awful day during a baseball scene. It was her first period. She was wearing a long skirt, and they wanted her to spin for a home run celebration. She was terrified the pad would show. The boys on set didn't go through this. But for her, the changes became obvious and impossible to hide. After experiencing such embarrassment and stress, Jerry realized she'd had enough. She emphasized years later that she wasn't fired. She chose to leave. Number 1. Jerry Mathers ended the show at its peak to go to school. Leave It to Beaver maintained steady ratings through 6 seasons. Audiences loved it. The network wanted more. But in 1963, the show ended for one shocking reason. 12-year-old Jerry Mathers decided he wanted to focus on junior high school. The boy playing Beaver Cleaver chose education over fame. He realized that filming schedules and weekend promotional activities would consume all his time and energy. At the height of the show's success, he walked away. Producers considered continuing without him, but quickly realized the truth. Without Beaver, there was no show. The series that defined American childhood ended because a child made the mature choice to be a regular student. After 6 seasons and 234 episodes, an icon of television disappeared. Not because of failure, but because its young star chose homework over Hollywood.